The nation is still reeling from a scene that many are calling unprecedented in the annals of South African politics. What began as a routine presidential address transformed into a spectacle of chaos and confusion, leaving citizens, lawmakers, and security officials alike stunned. President Cyril Ramaphosa, usually known for his composed and measured demeanor, was reportedly dragged away by security personnel as unrest erupted among attendees at a high-profile governmental event yesterday. The incident has sent shockwaves across the country, triggering a mix of outrage, speculation, and disbelief that is dominating both social media and news cycles. Eyewitnesses described the moment as surreal. The event, intended to highlight national development initiatives and policy achievements, descended into disorder within minutes. Reports indicate that a faction of attendees began vocally protesting the president's presence, with some hurling insults and physically advancing toward the stage. Security personnel immediately moved to contain the crowd, but the sheer intensity of the outburst made it impossible to maintain calm. Amid the turmoil, Ramaphosa was seen being physically escorted from the venue, his usual calm replaced by visible tension and urgency. The footage, widely circulated online, shows him being guided forcefully through the crowd as shouts and chants filled the air, a scene reminiscent of political upheavals in far-off nations rather than the orderly proceedings South Africans are accustomed to. Political analysts have been quick to weigh in, describing the episode as symptomatic of growing frustration among citizens over governmental decisions, economic stagnation, and allegations of mismanagement. This is more than a security lapse, it reflects a disconnect between leadership and the populace, said political commentator Thabo Mackay's. The president being dragged away in such a public forum is emblematic of mounting tensions that the government can no longer ignore. Social media platforms lit up within minutes of the incident, with hashtags reflecting a mixture of concern, humor, and anger trending nationally. Memes circulated rapidly, but alongside them were earnest calls for accountability, protests, and inquiries into what many perceive as a dangerous breach of presidential security. Critics of the administration have seized upon the event to underscore their claims of diminishing authority and rising public dissatisfaction. Opposition leaders condemned the unrest but also questioned the president's recent policy decisions, framing the incident as a warning signal of deeper unrest within the country. Some analysts predict that the fallout could have significant implications for the president's approval ratings and the stability of his party in upcoming elections. International observers, too, have taken notice, with headlines in foreign media highlighting the unprecedented nature of the scene and expressing concern over South Africa's political climate. Despite the chaos, security sources assure that the president was unharmed and was quickly transported to a secure location. Yet the optics of the incident remain unsettling. The notion of a sitting president being physically dragged from an official event has ignited a national conversation about security protocols, political accountability, and the volatile state of public trust. Questions abound: how did the situation escalate so rapidly? Were there lapses in planning or intelligence? And what does this mean for the future of South African governance in a period already marked by social, economic, and political uncertainty? As the dust settles, one thing is clear: the events of yesterday have etched themselves into the collective consciousness of the nation. Images and videos of the president being escorted away dominate media feeds, sparking debates around leadership, democracy, and civil unrest. Whether this incident marks a turning point in South African politics or remains an isolated flashpoint, its impact is undeniable. Citizens across the country are demanding clarity, transparency, and a firm response from the presidency and law enforcement agencies. The nation watches, shocked and questioning, as South Africa confronts a moment that will likely be remembered for years to come.